Okay, so first of all, to make lasagna, we would obviously need lasagna sheets. You can use any kind you want, but this is the one I like. It's Barilla lasagna. And to prepare it, take a huge boiling water with some salt and olive oil in it and put it in. It should take about 10 to 12 minutes, and then transfer it over to a container with cold water. And this is how it is. I just did that, and it's resting in cold water right now. Next thing you need, and the ingredients except that I would use is some mixed vegetables. That's 1 pound that I've used. This recipe calls for 3 to 4 people, so that's that. And then I used red onions with either you can use green jalapenos or serrano peppers. I use serrano because it's supposed to be Indian style and it would have a bit of that hotness in it. And then I have 1 cubed bell pepper, and then I have a whole bunch of green onions, and then I have 8 to 7 garlic cloves and an inch of ginger chopped. I have mozzarella cheese, some extra virgin olive oil, Heinz pasta sauce or any spaghetti sauce, any company that you personally like, you can use it, some pepper and salt, and some butter just to coat the tray, the baking tray. The baking tray I would be using is the small one, or you can always use something that would be a little bigger than this. And also I like to add some pasta to my mixture, and so here I have probably half of 250 grams of pasta boiling in water that I would add in my vegetables that I would cook for the mixture, for the layer, and at the very end. Already, so to start making this dish, I've already have the lasagna sheets ready. So we would need to make the vegetable concoction that we would spread onto our sheet. Okay, so first of all, I have this pan heating up, which I have half vegetable oil or canola oil and half olive oil. If you like the strongness of the olive oil, you can always use the whole thing as olive oil, but I find it really strong, and so I use half and half. Well, it's going to be up on high now. I just turned it on high, and once it's heated up, we can always add, if it's Indian, I will show my Indian dabba. This is the Indian dabba that has cumin seeds, turmeric powder, some garam masala. It's well, this is dhania powder and this is garam masala and red chili powder. You can always skip this stuff and just use salt and pepper, since we already have ginger, garlic. And if you don't have whole cumin, you can always buy some cumin powder and add that instead. But since I have it, and I do like to make my lasagna a little Indian style, even though it's Italy, I would just put that in. But once the oil is heated up, I would put that in, which would be in a couple minutes. Let's just take one of those. I think the oil's ready, and we can always check by putting a couple of cumin seeds in it. It's sizzling, so put maybe just a teaspoon of, and as you see, it's sizzling away. And once it's like this, you can always add ginger and garlic paste and let it sizzle a bit. It smells yummy already. And then we'll put onion and the green jalapenos. We will need about 1 medium onion, but if you don't have that, you can always use all green onions or just all red onions. Red onions a lot of times are a little hotter, so you can always substitute it with cooking onions or the vanilla sweet onions, whatever you like. But I like everything and ending spicy, so just I would let it be up on high heat. After a while, once we add everything in, we would turn it to low heat. But so far, keep it on high heat. Turn the heat on medium now, and it smells yummy. And now basically we are going to add all the capsicum in here. And all the whole pound of mixed vegetables. If possible, get the one with the lima beans in it, but I did not find one, so this is what I have. So this one, even though it does not have any seasoning in it yet, it is still smelling so good because of ginger and garlic. Now I am just going to salt this vegetables a bit. Maybe tablespoon, so it will leave all the water, and then we can have like a water-free nice things. And then I will show you what other masalas that needs to be added to this, because if you add it now, it's just going to boil away with water, so you would not get a lot of flavors. So I would wait till all the water is burned, and then trying to get the masalas out already. And I'll keep you posted to see the second part. Okay, so it has been about 25 minutes that I have this vegetable mixture that we earlier cooked in this pot. You can still see some bubbles of waters because, like I said, vegetables will leave a lot of water, but it looks that it's cooked. Already. So now we can add some now remember, I had this on medium heat for 20-25 minutes, medium or medium high I would say. And so now it still has a little bit of water. I did open it up in the middle and add some black pepper, which you probably won't see unless there's like few dark ones. Now this is what I'll add from my Indian dabba. It would be a bit of haldi or turmeric powder, probably a tablespoon of coriander powder, or and a half, a tablespoon of garam masala powder, and probably a couple tablespoons of red chili powder. Now remember, this is supposed to be Indian style, and that's why I'm making the way I'm making it. But don't worry about it, even after adding so much spice, it will not be as spicy as you think. But if you guys are not Indian or someone who does not eat a lot of Indian food, I would say please cut all the spices into half or maybe like 1/3, because it will be a little spicy for your taste buds. After doing that, the last thing we'll add in this is the green onions. I add green onions at the very end because it does not take long to cook, and plus we are going to bake them anyways, so it will be fine. But green onions does not take long to cook, so I would add it at the very end. And let's mix it up. Other things that I did while I was gone for this all time, I took my lasagna sheets out of the water and put them out on my cutting board or anything, any plate, so that way it will like dry up a bit, so it's easier to work with. And I also took out the pasta because it was being too long and my vegetable has been taking too long. I took it out run it through cold water bath, and then it's been a couple minutes, so I was just gonna do this so I can drain all the water, because already, so all the water has been reduced. My leftover ragu sauce from the last time I made pasta, and I also used my leftover pasta rings, rotini. You can use actually any, but those are the ones, the spiral ones, I find that takes a lot of texture, and like it has a lot of room because of its texture and cut. After adding the pasta sauce, oh my god, it smells even yummier. Trust me, you gotta be here. Well, since it's Indian style, you can always add some cilantro in it at the end, but it's all up to you. I think half the bottle of this was enough, because you don't want it to be really liquidy either, because if it's really liquidy, it would be hard to like do the layers. And let's just add the pasta to this. I know. I just thought of this because I had some leftover pasta once and I added it and it tasted yummy, and so I thought, why not, right? Or even if you can also make those pasta this style, like this will just have so many vegetables. Your kids would love it. They'll get all the servings of the vegetables they need. Healthy pasta. If you're really health conscious, I would definitely use the whole wheat pasta already. So I will see you in the last part of this, where we will assemble the whole lasagna, and I will have my oven preheated at 400 degrees or 350 degrees actually already. Okay, so this is the finished version of how it looks after we have all the layers up. I made this and another small one because I had a couple sheets of pasta left, and so I just took a small one and cooked. If you can see, you probably can see the layers of the sauce, the pasta sheet, the cheese, and the sauce and the vegetables again. This one looks more beautiful if you can see it already. So now it's time for us to put it in the oven, because we will be eating dinner in few minutes. So I do have my oven preheated on 350 degrees. So all I need to do is, I'm just going to take the small one and put it in the oven in front of you guys, because I would need my two hands to do the other one. So here we go. I will put it in the medium rack, because I don't want it too hot. So this is how it's going to be, and I'll show you what's the ready version. Alrighty, see you guys.